with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 44. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, nice move. It's complete to Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tony Pollard His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24, Luck. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Cards go a nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give running right, Drake, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Pollard, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now Pollard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Here we go. Touchdown. Check me out. Check me out.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go now. Good team running. Good team running. It's coming this way. Come go. Here we go. Mark 55. Mark 55. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check 20. 61. Check safety, check safety.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Jackson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And the catch made by Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Over. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You don't know no better. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, you got it.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. field shot before the break. Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block it?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Yo, check 37, check 37.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense. Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Ebron's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on third down, Luck. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown?
Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Corey Peters. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Luck. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone. And that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.